Results of last night's races extremely close, ending without a clear winner in at least two states. Ohio's special election, Democrat Danny O'Connor, Republican State Senator Troy Balderson are less than a point apart. Check that out, 0.9. Provisional absentee ballots might determine the outcome there. In Kansas, the Republican governor's primary, Secretary of State and Trump ally Chris Kobach neck and neck with the incumbent Jeff Colyer, the two deadlocked, with Kobach leading Colyer by a few hundred votes. Are we getting a glimpse of the battle to come in November? Ronna McDaniel, Chairwoman of the RNC, with us live. And nice to see you. Welcome back. Go ahead and characterize last night. How do you see it?
Well, last night was a great night for Republicans. Obviously, President Trump is somebody who makes a difference in elections with the candidates that he endorsed in Michigan, where I am. John James catapulted to victory because of President Trump's support. Bill Schuette, who's going to be our gubernatorial candidate. You saw Josh Hawley. You see this close race in Kansas. And then Ohio 12. President Trump came in. He did a rally in Delaware County, which was the key county last night, and it put Troy Balderson over the edge, and we won last night in that all-important district.
All right. You know, you brought it up. Let's talk about Ohio 12. This was a district the president carried by 11 points. I think Mitt Romney carried it by 10. Well, why would it even be this close, Ronna?
You know, I think that's a really tough comparison because when President Trump won, 377,000 voters turned out. It was a presidential year. And to compare that to a special election in August, a week before school starts, just isn't fair. So only 200,000 voters turned out last night. It was about ground game. It was about turning out your vote. And Republicans turned out. And complacency is the thing we're most concerned about as a party. People feel good. We have the White House. We have the House. We have the Senate. Our economy is doing well. We have to wake up our voters and let them know you've got to fight for this comeback.
You know what the Democrats are going to say? They're going to say that visit on Saturday drove their voters to come out in northern Franklin County and parts of Delaware County. I know you're going to take the other side of that. Do you think the visit on Saturday even kept this thing close?
Oh, the visit on Saturday is why we won. Listen, we saw what was happening in the AB early vote. We knew through our data that we needed to get our electorate engaged and energized. That's why President Trump went in on Saturday before Election Day into Delaware County, where we won, which was the key county. Our data and our targeting, the RNC's on the ground. We made 1 million voter contacts, but we knew what was happening. We know that most of these absentee ballots outstanding right now are Republican ballots, so we feel very good about this victory. But absolutely, President Trump is the antidote to Republican complacency, because when he comes and says, let's look at the results of my presidency, the economy is doing well, unemployment is down, people are doing better, they have more money, we have to fight for that, and I need more Republicans in Washington so we can do that. The Democrats are doubling down on obstruct and resist, and that's not a winning message.
And we got a 3-month sprint to figure all this out. But here's what I'm trying to piece together from last night. You look at the rural counties of Ohio with President Trump carried by large margins. The Republican did very well, but he was about 2 points lower in each area. And if you look at Pennsylvania 18 from back in May, the outcome showed us that those who voted for President Trump in 2016, a good number of them did not turn out to vote in Pennsylvania during that special election. It might be the same story in Ohio. The point being, turnout is critical. But if you're not getting the same levels of support from 2016, the midterms could be really tough for the RNC and Republicans in Washington.
Yeah, I again caution putting presidential level turnout on special elections, because special elections are just so different. You can't really compare them. It's apples to oranges. So when you have 377,000 people turning out in 2016 and we have 200,000 last night, yeah, there's going to be a drop off in voting, and that percentage is going to be different than a presidential year. The bottom line is we won last night. We won the majority of these specials. Look at Arizona, look at Montana with Gianforte, look at Carrot Handle in Georgia. And the media descends on these races, and they give a home court advantage to the Democrats because they get outsized attention, they get outside funding. That's not going to be the case in November when we're battling across the country.
Right,
so I feel very good about where we are going into these midterms,
understood.
especially with the cash advantage and the infrastructure advantage the RNC's put in place already.
You spent a lot of cash in that district in Ohio. Last point. If President Trump is the key to victory, you're going to wear this guy out. He's going to have a rally everywhere between now and November 6th.
Have you seen him? He wears everyone around him out. He is nonstop. He loves this. He knows what's at stake. He's willing to get out there and help these candidates. And I'll tell you what, Troy Balderson's very happy that the president came in and did a rally for him. John James is happy today. Josh Hawley, Bill Schuette, and I think Chris Kobach's going to be happy in Kansas. The president is a difference maker, and he turns out our base.
I hope you come on back, okay, Ronna McDaniel. Thank you for your time today. There's a lot to go through. There'll be a lot of analysis in the coming days based on last night. Thank you very much. We'll talk soon.